Pimples always appear when we need them the least, and that even if puberty is long gone. As soon as you discover an impurity on your skin, you want to get rid of it immediately. Often they are squeezed until they bleed, and that's when the problems really start. Unfortunately, the pimples only get worse afterwards, and you are annoyed that you pressed on them in the first place. So that you don't end up with scars or accidentally push bacteria into the pimple, we'll now tell you the 6 biggest mistakes when squeezing pimples and how you can do it better in the future. Number 1. Press too early. A little patience is needed when squeezing a pimple. If you start to squeeze at the first redness, you risk inflammation and scarring. You may only press when the sebum encapsulation starts to come through the skin cover by itself, or when a small yellow spot with noticeable pressure has already formed. Even if it is difficult to wait until then, you should definitely do it. Number 2. Unproductive pressing. Squeezing your pimple only makes sense if there is an opening through which the pus and sebum can drain. If you simply press on it without such an opening, you will press the pimple even deeper into the tissue. So either wait until there is a visible opening in the skin, or carefully help it with a disinfected needle. Under no circumstances should you try to create an opening by pressing hard. Number 3. Press too late. If your pimple has freed itself from the skin, then leave it alone. Even if residues are still visible, you should first wait and see whether they disappear together with the wound water, and the healing process can then proceed undisturbed. If this natural process does not occur, however, you can help it along with careful pressure. Number 4. Too much pressure. You can tell that your pimple is ready to be squeezed by the fact that very little pressure is enough to squeeze it. However, if you force it, you risk inflaming the pimple and even scarring it. So, a careful squeeze must be enough to remove your pimple. If this is not yet the case, you will have to wait a little longer and in no case try to make it burst. Number 5. No sufficient cleanliness. If you don't want your pimple to grow, become inflamed, or even scarred right after you squeeze it, then you have to make sure that your hands are clean when you squeeze it. So wash them thoroughly beforehand and, in the best case, disinfect them afterwards. And number 6. Toothpaste trick. You've probably heard that toothpaste helps against pimples. Unfortunately, this is not entirely true. Toothpaste has antiseptic and drying properties, but at the same time it is heavy on the affected area, so that the pimple cannot free itself from pus, sebum, or wound fluid. The menthol contained in toothpaste also often has an irritating effect on the skin, so there are several reasons why we advise you against this method. Pimples annoy us all, and we are happy if they disappear quickly. If you follow our advice and don't push the pimple around like crazy, then it will also disappear quickly and you can enjoy a clear complexion again. If the pimple is in an unsightly place, simply cover it up with a concealer. Do you also want to know the secret baking soda weight loss trick? Then watch the video which we link to you here. If you liked the video, then I would be really happy about a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any new video.